Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Saturday morning in Quincy. It's overcast, a little chilly. It was probably mid 30s last night. I did, thankfully, find a blessed place to rest out of the elements, actually indoors. I was tipped this months ago, actually, from a local. She said, "Don't tell anybody I told you this, but there's a spot back there with an open door at night." So I won't say exactly where. Hopefully, I can do the same thing tonight if I make it to tonight as a free man. Uh, Speaking of which, I posted this already on Facebook and a little short about it that I fully expect to be arrested today in town. It's not a lot. There's not a lot of place to hide in Quincy. I'm pretty well known. People know my routines. I got bikes now positioned at the ends of town, locked up, ready for me to take a little break if necessary. I expect they'll be back. They'll be here no matter what happens to me. Whether I go. Okay, first of all, real quick, just real quick. What is that? What is that? What is that? Why? Why? You need 6,000-pound metal tank to cart your fat ass around? And the effects on the mental health of your surroundings. Do you not care? I guess you don't care or know or even pay attention. That's just a sidebar squirrel comment, left field. I don't want to detract from my content here. Content, which I'm flooding YouTube with my content because there's going to be a point where something goes viral and I've become an internet, well-known individual, world known. I know where this is going for me personally. I know, like any great artist knows when they're making good stuff and that it has value and will impact people. Anybody worth their weight, worth their salt, whatever, knows when they're speaking the truth. Like Jordan Peterson talks about, in your spirit when the words coming out of your mouth are true. Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth? And like David says in the Psalms, may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable and pleasing in your sight, O Lord. So, yeah, I guess there's some kind of meeting coming here to the library. I was just kind of trying to thaw out and use the internet for a minute. I'm gonna go get some breakfast over at Sage and Salt, and I'll probably come back over here to upload this. The gym, like you're in Quincy, like I'm trying to think of places where I can go and be warm and safe. The gym is one of them, but they're only open until noon on the weekends. The only gym in town is only open 8 to noon on Saturday and Sunday. So, I mean, if that doesn't fit with your body rhythms, you're out of luck. There used to be a 24-hour gym in the Safeway parking lot, but not anymore. That's closed, along with the Taco Bell and the Rite Aid and the Dollar Store and soon-to-be Round Table. The only thing open there still is Safeway and the hardware store, and they're holding it down. But used to be a dance studio. I talked about this. I want that to be my bike shop, a Pilates studio, Perco's, local diner, 24-hour diner. It was 24 hours when I moved here. Now it's 0 hours, 0 hour 9 a.m. Right? Yeah. Let's put this in context where I stand right now. The library doesn't open until 11. It's only 9:30, and someone's already opened the doors and stuff. Must be a meeting before they open. I've been asked to not come back to the library because I damaged their paper towel dispenser. I was too aggressive with the paper towels. Oops, sorry. I was a little bit tipsy that day, but I grabbed the paper towels and it came off the wall, and I left in a hurry, and they actually called the cops on me over a paper towel dispenser. I'm not kidding. That's why, like, if you think I'm paranoid, like, you haven't been to Quincy. Yeah, I've read a newspaper report years ago. I will never forget this. In the Sheriff's Blotter, in the local newspaper, it's only published once a week. In the Sheriff's Blotter, it says, someone called for a suspicious-looking rooster. Either that was a really good joke, that's hilarious, or somebody's got too much time in their hands, or like maybe rooster was suspicious. I hadn't really thought about that one. What does a suspicious looking rooster look like? How do they walk? Maybe they looked rabid or something. I don't even know. But I remember that till the day I die. A suspicious looking rooster. That's hilarious. Um, so it's Quincy. I mean, it's Plumas County. People have nothing to do, so they just mind other people's business. And if you're out and about, you are the talk of the town. That's me. Hello, I'm the talk of the town. Hello, Officer White. How are you? Watching my videos, triangulating where I hid my car to be away from you while I was working on getting the money to pay for the windshield to fix the car to get the fuck out of here as fast as possible, literally as fast as humanly possible. And if you want to have some idea of how hard I'm working to get away from you, okay, this might be interesting. You get comments on my Facebook stuff. You just, obviously you're watching my stuff. Obviously you're keeping tabs on me. And you're doing it on the clock, on taxpayer money, to make sure that I'm not still in the woods. I've been staying in town. I've been staying with Dove. I went to Berry Creek. I've been on Chandler Road. I've been on Quincy Junction Road twice in the last week and a half since you confronted me at the co-op with your partners, BLM and Plumas County Sheriff's Office, with your bulletproof vests and your hands on your sidearms. You're a Forest Service employee. You're a Forest Service employee. And you got a bulletproof vest on. I just don't get it. But yeah, since then I've only stayed in the car twice. Maybe one more time at Camp Getaway, but I am doing everything I can that is humanly possible. Getting all the help I can. My friends have lives. They're not like sitting around waiting for me to ask for help. In fact, I've been helping them so that I can afford to buy the window. I did drive the car. Obviously, you know that by now. I did get it away from Camp Getaway. I did leave a few things behind because I couldn't fit them in the car. I have every intention. That's not abandoned property. I have every intention of going back out there and getting it, picking everything up, leaving not a stick, not a twig out of place. And if you looked at Camp Solomon after I left, it's exactly the scenario that you find. Perfectly clean, parked out, beautiful, welcoming, serene, calm, peaceful, and ready. And right now, in fact, there's a whole hunting party living out there. You might want to go talk to them. How long have they been there? They got there last week. So I hope they appreciate the work I've done there to make the place ready for their endeavors. Now, here we are, sunshine. I'm going to soak up as much sunshine as I can get because what I'm facing is another night outside without sleeping bags, without a tent, without a car, without my winter gear, without my winter jacket, my Cabela's jacket, without my rain gear. We got rain coming. And it's forecast to be 24 degrees overnight. First real freeze in town. Technically, my dad has helped me a little bit. I can go to Gold Pan or Spanish Peak Creek Inn or whatever and get a room for the night. It's probably over $100. I have just enough. And then what? Then what? Seriously. I mean, I might get a night's rest. To me, that's worth about $30, maybe. In a hotel with a shower, market value to me, $30, $35, maybe $40. That seems reasonable. When you start charging $100 and something bucks for a person to just get out of the elements for a night, especially it's Saturday, so it's going to be super expensive. And there's still a lot of people coming to town. I'm going to walk while I talk. So it'd be over 100, I'm sure. Bike is there. I'm going to leave it. Since I'm not welcome here, I have the bike there locked up. And it might be there a couple of days. I'll walk over to Sage and Salt, have some breakfast. Yeah, I could do that. It has some value to me, and it would be nice to get some rest and sleep in a bed and put on the TV and be an American for a day. Be a typical, mediocre, bullshit American for a day. Lazy, fat, and stupid. Par for the course. And that's what they want. They want me to be lazy, fat, and stupid. And not ruffle any feathers. And not try to live the most righteous way possible. and not go out into the woods to heal the woods from the inside out, and not be the solution that I see the world needs. Quite like, not metaphorically or like allegedly or theoretically, hypothetically, like to literally be the solution embodied as this person, as this man with this physicality and the strength and these hands and this heart, this mind, this wisdom, sent me all of that, all of the stew of my life, the ingredients and the motivations and the lessons and the schooling and the jobs I've had, the skills I've acquired, the health I've maintained, the physicality I've maintained. I'm in the best shape of my life for doing what I'm doing. I'm 190 pounds. I'm 5'8". I feel great. I can dance like like I'm going to war for hours on end. People wonder where I get the energy. From him. Like, he sent me here to fix this. I am here to fix this. At this point, right now, I know they're looking for me. They found the car. You found the car. You watched my videos and triangulated from just me kind of walking around the car and figured out which spur that was. Because you couldn't, even looking directly at the car from the road, you could not see it. And even my friend Evan said, you did a good job. You're good. You're going to be good. So my only crime was honesty. My only crime was doing things correctly. My only crime was not hiding or bending the knee to you. So in this lion's den, and me being Daniel, in this pit of despair and fire and brimstone, and me being Shadrach or Meshach or Abednego, I don't bow the knee. I don't like you. I don't think you serve any purpose that's good. I know I overnight I had a process of meditation and thinking about it, and I was able to descend. So all the layers that it takes for me to descend energetically and vibrationally to put myself in your mindset. And it took a while. I mean, I didn't really click until about 5:36 in the morning. Like literally all night I was thinking about what is the motivation? What is the reason? What is your modus operandi? What is the software that's running your program? It's running your physicality. What is inside you that's making you do these things? Well, I was able to finally descend so many levels. Like from where I operate, like is here. And where you operate is like, you see my feet? It's like below my feet. Like way below. Like you operate from hell. So I had to descend into hell in my mindset and think, what does this person want in life? And what are they after when they're pursuing me? What do they dislike about me? What do they distrust about me? Well, they have a protocol. They have an operating program. They have a system of law. The rule of law. This is the law. You can't live here for more than 2 weeks. So that law cannot be broken. Kind of like Javert in Les Miserables. You cannot break the law. And I'm now Jean Valjean, apparently. You cannot break... That looks cool. Contrast there. You cannot break the law. The letter kills. Spirit gives life. Yes, technically, according to your own system of laws, I was in violation, briefly, of those laws. Briefly, very briefly, actually. And only because I admitted it. You know, I know the rules. You can come for 2 weeks at a time. I'm an American citizen. I have every right to be there. That's my constitutional right. It's also my constitutional right to practice my religion. My religion says rent is bullshit. It's not complicated. I mean, there's a lot of people traveling the world right now, living like I do. The people that hike the Pacific Crest Trail, they come through here en masse, thousands this year. I gave 33 different hikers rides to the trailheads as a trail angel. Inga Hauk was given hundreds of rides this year. So I'm on holiday. I'm on sabbatical. I'm taking a break from the bullshit working man system. My kids are grown. I have no obligations. I have a small child support debt. that will be handled in due time. It's mostly just interest, so I have no interest in paying it. But you have crafted and crafted a system and then submitted to that system that punishes people for disagreeing with you. And you have the backing of the community, the funding of the taxpayer funded. You have the weapons, you have the protection, you have the vehicles, you have the money, all the things. You have all the earthly advantages to enforce your point of view. I have none of them. I have my 2 hands. And I had a vehicle that I worked 2 years to acquire. And I have a dream and a vision and a plan that will provide a place of safety and refuge and instruction for hundreds of people. Probably a school. I'll probably have to turn it into a nonprofit school at this point to have any rights to be out there, like a Berkeley camp, which, by the way, they're having an event right now at Berkeley camp, just past my camp. Like, Berkeley has come up to the woods to go have a wilderness experience, and Dove made these forest twigs into people to put 4 different forest people at the different points in the display. Just love that. I helped her 2 days ago. So when I finally felt that I descended to your state of mind and finally put myself in your shoes and finally inhabited your mind, and as an empath, I was able to walk through the world with your eyes. It was scary. You know what it felt like? It felt like dying. Like, actually felt like, oh, that's what death is. Death is punishment for non-compliance. Death is like strict adherence to the law. And the law was put in place to lead us to Christ. That's the whole point of the law, to show us that you can't possibly fulfill all the demands. And if you don't come to Christ from the law, you have no hope. There's no chance for you. I don't know what your personal faith is, and it's like what put you here, if you believe in God or whatever. But the evidence of your life suggests you have no faith. And you make an enemy out of a good man. You make an enemy out of me. That's not easy. It's really not easy to do. To turn me into a criminal and an outlaw and a fugitive. But at this point, right now, I'm literally a fugitive from justice. You've taken my means of picking up the things that you ticketed me for leaving and didn't offer to help me move them, even though you have a vehicle, it's taxpayer funded, and you're a public servant. All these things are just totally out of whack. But I did finally, early this morning, fully inhabit you spiritually and looked at me through your eyes. And yeah, I'm distasteful to you. I mean, I signify the end of your system and the removal of your power and your job. You just won't have a job. You're going to be unemployed when I come to power. I'll never forget this. Officer White, I will never forget this. I'm a kind man. I'm a empathetic man. I'm a caring man. I won't let you starve. I won't let you freeze. Unlike what you've done to me, quite literally put me in a situation where I'm at risk of freezing to death tonight. When I wasn't in that situation, independent of you, and nobody had a problem with me doing what I was doing except you. That's what's up. You've caused a serious problem for my life that now I have to scramble and engineer an escape plan to get away from you forever. You have prevented Quincy from being blessed by a man with vision and faith and intelligence and wisdom and kindness and empathy. You've made him into an enemy, made him to feel unwelcome. And as I'm commanded by God himself, by Jesus Christ in the flesh, he says, if you are not welcome when I send you out somewhere, as you leave, you shake the dust off your feet. It will be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah on that day than for you. So you're in a really bad spot. You're in a tight man, we're in a tight spot. You're in a tight spot. Spiritually, energetically, and eternally, I'll pray for you. But until you come to me and beg for my forgiveness, literally, you'll never be welcome with me. Until you demonstrate that you recognize the error of your ways, and this is why blasphemy cannot be forgiven, because you're doing the blasphemous thing, the opposite of what's righteous, and then claiming to be righteous, and then blaming me for doing the right thing. This is a flip. This is the bizarro world. It's the upside down. You are protecting and bringing the upside down, the unrighteous, the abomination that causes desolation. That's you. Literally, you are the abomination. You're hated. The universe hates you. It loves the fact that, it loves you as a artwork and creature on this planet that supports you and is taking care of you. But your attitude and your mindset and your approach and your laws and your enforcement of those laws is so anathema and accursed to the eternal law of the universe. It can't be actually put in words how out of line you are. I'm trying to warn you. These words, hello, knock, knock, dad's talking. I'm here telling you what's up. I choose my words very carefully. I don't waste words. I don't mix my words. I don't water them down to protect your feelings. You don't have a chance, dude. You're done. You don't have a chance in hell except going to hell. And that's where you're going. Repent. Say it again. Repent. Repent. It's your only hope. Come ask for my forgiveness. Say you're sorry. Bring my stuff back. And I'll shake your hand, look you in the eye, just like the kid that stole my bike. I'll shake your hand, look you in the eye, say, all right, thanks for making it right. But I know your type. You're not going to do that. I know you. I know you. The Lord knows the thoughts of the wicked. He knows they're futile. There's just no hope for you. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I didn't make that tree, but I know who did. And he hates you. It's a bad place to be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. I'll pray for you. Hopefully you don't find me today, because I don't want to be in a cage. And I fucking hate you, dude. I hate you. So does he. So here we go. I'm going to get some breakfast. I'm going to hide from you and do my best to get the fuck out of Dodge. God bless America, y'all. Over and out.